Peace be with you everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Trevor, really grateful to have you here, and today's video is going to be a recap of my weekly fragrance rotation this past week, just about the third week of July here. I think today is the 24th, if memory serves correct, Monday 2023. So starting off with last Monday, we began the week with Dior Homme Sport 2021. Basically a really nice powdery woody fragrance with an orange type citrus feel up at the top. I don't think orange is listed as one of the fragrance note ingredients. However, it's I think lemon, maybe grapefruit, like pink pepper, but everything comes together along with some elemi resin, which is another key player in the scent DNA of this Dior Homme 2020 line, that give you a really nice, like I said, powdery, woody, orange feel. It's very sophisticated, and despite not having an iris note, which a lot of people were upset about in the new Dior Homme line, it is still very beautiful and refined and grown up, and also mass appealing. This was the only fragrance I actually got a compliment on last week during my wearing experience. So that was Dior Homme Sport 2021 for Monday. Most of the week last week, as far as weather was concerned, also we had pretty temperate weather. It was about 70 to 80 degrees the entire week with sunshine. There was a few days where we were still getting some smog and haze from the fires in Canada, but other than that, it was a very nice, pleasant, and picturesque sort of summer last week for me. Okay, so Tuesday I did a first impressions and first wearing on this fragrance, Dolce&Gabbana's Light Blue Forever. I did grade it a bit unfairly, I think, because I was comparing it to a few other fragrances in my collection and wasn't giving it a chance in isolation to present itself as a unique fragrance. Comparison is the thief of joy, I think is how the saying goes. And so this fragrance has grown on me since that first wearing. I think this is really nice and a beautiful, refreshing fragrance. Although one of the downsides was that the beauty of it exists in the opening, and that opening is very fleeting. The dry down, however, not as pleasant as the opening, which is a really beautiful, photorealistic, highly natural smelling grapefruit. Really awesome stuff. So much so that it kind of like clears my sinuses when I sniff off of the atomizer. It's just that zesty of a citrus. But the dry down has this really nice, watery, dew-like wetness to it, very refreshing and yeah, pleasant and perfect for this time of the year here in the month of July, I would say, with that high humidity and everything. Also a nice affordable fragrance. You can get this 50 ml bottle for under $40 right now, and that was Dolce & Gabbana's Light Blue Forever. Really looking forward to getting to know this fragrance a little bit better throughout the remainder of 2023. So Wednesday, another new one to the collection. I've been wearing this one to much enjoyment. This is Qaed's Fursan from Lattafa. This, to me, is a little bit of a spicy, or not spicy, yeah, a little spicy with, there's some saffron in here, but a spicy, smoky, aromatic pineapple. So those are kind of the four dimensions of this fragrance for me. There is a really nice balsam fir, or fir balsam note in here that gives it this really nice, piney, aromatic Christmas tree type green blast up at the opening. Also a bit of a short-lived and fleeting experience, however. It's about a 30-minute stay for that nice aromatic fir balsam for me anyway, off the top there. And then there's some nice saffron that gives this spicy, soapy quality to it as well. But the overall main accord here is this really nice, beautiful, creamy, ambery style pineapple note. Incredible offering for, I got this less than $15 on Joma Shop. So also really looking forward to wearing this one a lot more. And I feel like this is surprisingly one of the most versatile fragrances in my collection. It just has so many dimensions with these ambery touches, the pineapple that makes it a nice fruity forward tropical style fragrance that can be worn in the summer. That fir balsam lends itself nicely to the autumn and the winter time. Just incredible stuff. Definitely a perfect fragrance for a beginner, and also something I'm really enjoying as a seasoned collector. That was Lattafa's Qaed Fursan for Wednesday. Okay, Thursday. Thursday was one of those days where we got that haze coming in from the fires, and I decided to reach for a blue fragrance. That sort of hazy atmosphere is something that I felt like only a versatile fragrance could really attack or address correctly, so I reached for this one, Versace's Dylan Blue. Haven't worn it in a while. It was a nice reacquainting with the fragrance, a little bit juvenile for my current tastes, but it is mass appealing nonetheless, and so it is perfectly suited to pleasing the people around me, which is something that I like to set my intentions for with wearing fragrances from time to time. A bit of a selfless intention where you're just concerned about adding to the pleasantness of the atmosphere that you're in, rather than the enjoyment of the scent for yourself, which is something I do also with fragrances. But this was one of those ones where both matching the hazy atmosphere and knowing that it is a people pleaser because I was working that day. This was Versace's Dylan Blue. Really nice, beautiful, luxurious fig, incense, tonka bean, and a little bit of some watery notes in there. Overall, a sweet, fruity shower gel, but a nice, luxurious, textural feel to it. Some way, just a nice, creamy, luxury feeling. I've gotten complimented twice saying that this smells expensive, even though you can pick this up, I think, testers with the cap for right under the $40 mark last time I checked. Definitely under 50 though. That's Versace's Dylan Blue, a real kind of classic in the community. Okay, Friday. Friday I try to make sure that I wear a niche fragrance. It's my favorite day of the week, and I want to kind of wear my Sundays best, but for Friday, if you're familiar with that phrase. And so, same as last Friday, I believe, I wore Creed's Aventus Cologne. Really nice, sort of fresher take on the Aventus DNA. I did get a newer batch with the metal cap. The older batches had a plastic cap that matched this gray color down here. Haven't smelled the older batches. I heard that they're supposed to be better, but I think this was a newer release from them, so I'm not sure if the performance issues are present in this as much as they would have been in some of their other offerings like Green Irish Tweed or Millésime Imperial. But this has been just a treat to wear for me anyways. Just a little bit more of a nice musky sort of, I want to say like sexy, but it's not really like powdery cardamom style sexy, but it just has that nice like body odor in a good way, like a fresh clean skin from the added musky quality that you get in here over the regular Aventus DNA, and just easy to wear, refreshing, kind of mimics that pineapple smell from the original, but I don't think there's an actual pineapple note listed in here. Takes out some of the smoky qualities, but just has been an absolute, like I said, treat to be wearing this one. I love the wearing experience. Haven't gotten any compliments on this one yet though, but that's fine. I enjoy wearing this one for myself, and I get perfectly average longevity with this, about 6 hours on me, with a good projection in the first like 2 hours or so. And I think I got this from Aura Fragrance for just around the $200 mark. Yeah, I haven't tried any clones of this one other than I think Canary Diamond from Hawthorne, which I think is an excellent Aventus take. It's like a muskier take on Aventus. I think came out before this did, so that's worth checking out. But this is just probably my favorite wear during the week this week on Friday. This is Aventus Cologne from Creed. And let's see, Saturday also wearing this for the first time, a newer one to the collection. This is Neroli canvas from the Portfolio collection, Haramain. This is supposed to be a clone of Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino. I actually, while wearing this on the back of my neck and my right hand and behind each ear, this was my full wearing. I was wearing a sample of Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino on my left hand to do a comparison. Won't go into too much detail on that, but that was what I was wearing on Saturday, and this was a nice, beautiful, long-lasting wear. I still smelled this on me in the shower on the next morning, on Sunday morning. So this is a very long-lasting freshie. It's got that really nice Neroli opening, and it sticks around for a long time. And if you're not familiar with Neroli, it's sort of like a floral orange scent. And that was the dominant player here. I also got a little bit of a glossy textural feel. I feel like glossy is the right word to describe how this sort of flows across your olfactory senses, in the way that it's like watery, but it's not quite dewy. It's like glossy, as if like the dew is isolated in these little droplets. This had a like a definitive membrane of you know, aquatic or you know, wetness to it over across the entire scent profile. And yeah, just really, really nice wear, a little bit creamy, and definitely has its differences from Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino, to the point where I think it wouldn't be redundant to own both. But really high quality offering from Haramain. This I got it right around the $60 to $70 mark. The 75 ml, I think, easily worth it. This is a perfect sort of designer-esque price point for a high offering in that price to value ratio right there. That was Neroli canvas from Haramain for Saturday. And Sunday, I actually was a little bit disappointed with this fragrance. Also was my first time wearing it. It is just a little bit lighter going and not quite was what I was expecting. This was Unforgivable from Sean John. I've heard that there was reformulations of this. I don't know if that's true, but all in all, I do like this fragrance. It's just, it didn't live up to my expectations of it, I think. It was significantly different of a scent profile from Milestone and Creed's Millseam Imperial that I was, you know, let down in that expectation that it was going to be something that in that vein of DNA. For me, it wasn't. I got quite a bit of like a lime mojito vibe from this. There's a like a added rum note, I think, or a whiskey, some type of alcohol accord in here, and I get a very distinct lime scent profile. I don't know if there's even lime listed in the notes for this, but I get like a lime mojito vibe off of it, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but because I had not met with the expectations of this being a one-to-one with Millseam or Milestone, that was a little bit jarring for me for wearing this one. It's also very short-lived. The atomizer on this has what I like to call like a camel spitter. It just kind of spits out a very thick glob of juice on my neck. It was kind of dripping down my neck, so that was a takeaway. I don't mean to bash it so badly. I think this is a great like gym fragrance. It's just definitely one of those sort of mid-shelf tier fragrances in my book, though, which is fine for the price point that it is. But yeah, that was Sean John's Unforgivable, a little bit of a lime mojito with a hint of that tropical sort of, I don't really even get so much of like the watermelon vibe in here, which is what I was hoping for, because that's what Millseam and Milestone are known for. So yeah, a little bit of a nice tropical lime mojito, refreshing gym fragrance is what I got with this one. Again, only my first wearing experience, so hoping to get some more wears out of it, but that was probably my most biggest letdown of this week, or last week I should say. It was Unforgivable by Sean John. Which is a shame, because I really enjoyed 3 AM from that house. So that was my week in fragrance, this third week of July here, reaching into some sort of woody citruses, some pineapple stuff. So let me know what you've been reaching for at this point and junction in the summertime, what you're going to be looking forward to wearing in the upcoming transition from summer to fall. And as always, I appreciate you sticking with me to the end of this video. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.